Okay, so I need to draw kind of a volute on here, and you know, I do this kind of a crude way. It ends up looking pretty good once it's all painted, I guess. But so I'll put a little mark there, a little mark there, mark there, and then I'm going to block you right there so you can't see it. So I'll come off of. Let me draw this with this. Where's my? There we go. I'll draw it with this felt tip pen. Maybe you can see that better. Now I'm not really going to follow what I draw, which might sound kind of strange. You follow what the tool cuts. Just sort of give me something to go by here. And now you might notice that my circle's not a circle. It's flattened out. It's squatty. And I like it like that. It kind of shoots it out a little bit and makes it a little more rakish, which is what I like in the whole chair. Just pushing that rakish look a little bit. Okay, so now, you know, once again, we're carving in white oak. This is not the best stuff to carve in, this open grain stuff. And also, you can snap these things. You can break them right out here. With the chisel right here, you have to watch because you'll split it. So you have to be real delicate with your blows. This one you don't. At least right in there you don't. But over here you do. It'll split right out through there. Then I'll move this chisel around, but you might be able to see the chisel's coming inside my line now, and I don't want it to do that. So let's see if I can match up here. Yeah, that's real nice. That looks good. A lot of little taps instead of the big taps I did on the ears when I carved the volutes, because like I said, you can split it. Let's see what else I got over here. What kind of tricks I've got. I believe these ought to do it. And that fits real nice. Be able to bring this one on around. Yeah, that looks good. That's probably as far as I can take that. And because I use that marker, I can't see my line. I'll come up here and stripe this one, and then I'll connect those two. I can't see if I'm there or not. I'll scrape that off. Typically I do it with a pencil, and I can see my cuts, but now that I got that cleaned up a little bit, I can see that I'm almost connected there. Just like one little tiny thing right there. That ought to do it. Now I need a line for where my chisel is going to start. Let's see. So I know that you can't see that from me watching some of the other videos, so I'll try to give you something you can see. A bit wider line than what I'm used to working with, but I think it'll be okay. So I think this chisel right here will work well. So the same way as on the ears, I go down and then flatten out. Come on out of there. The slip of the chisel here is not a good idea. So now right over here, you got to watch because of the curve of the handhold there, that ends up being some short grain right there, and it get a split off with you. So you gotta be careful with it. And you get just the opposite over here. Okay, so that's the end of the volute, and then what I would do is even up my margin, this old file here. So now I'll flip it around and do the other side. So, got this side carved, the volutes on this side carved. So both sides are carved, and now I'm going to bevel off this side. So this is straight off of the bandsaw right here, and it's rough, but I round it over and do that with a chisel. So I just come in just right like that. And these are finished cuts right here also. And right here is going to be a nice place for some detail. So you want to make sure that your juncture there is nice and sharp. So take out bandsaw marks there. Okay, looks pretty good. I can take the draw knife. Come back with the chisel to do the final cut on it. There we go. So, like I said, I got some bandsaw marks right there. So let's get those. So these nice chisel marks are the finished cut, as is the draw knife here, and then the juncture is, you know, crisp and clean, like the way I like it. Then the milk paint will really show that off. So I guess the next thing we're going to do is start boring holes and putting the rest of the chair together.